So today we're looking at the point of which point would make a big difference for me in terms of when there would be a living income guaranteed, and therefore if money would not be so much of an issue in my life, what would make a big difference for me? Well, what I found would make a big difference is the point that at the moment I'm spending a lot of my time, if not most of it, working for money, and either at work or traveling to and from work. And so a point that I'm currently missing in my life is a depth in human interaction, basically, in terms of not just getting to know people and meeting people outside of work or professional contexts, but really having the time to develop deep relationships with them, as in actually getting to know them. And this is something that I see that if I would not be so engulfed within this work rhythm that I'm currently in terms of having to work for my income to be able to sustain my life, that would be definitely something that I would explore more, is to seek out people, develop profound relationships with them in terms of actually getting to know them, like have a kind of an expansion through that, because in a way at the moment it's kind of difficult to have these type of relationships simply because of time. So whenever you meet someone, you have to kind of make an assessment: do I have time for this? Do I not? So, and there's always the point that you will think about before I actually know if this person is quote unquote worthwhile. You have to invest time into that person and see whether or not you would like to have a more profound relationship with them. And so everything becomes like a calculated move, and you have to be, quite comfortable with the person, and to be able to say, okay, let's explore this relationship more, in terms of simply getting to know another person. Whereas now you will more rely on coincident, circumstantial, meeting someone here and there, and then seeing what is in that person, but you never reach that same level of depth as if you would have really the space to actually dedicate time to just developing relationships. So that's a cool point that I see is a big factor within the implementation of a living income guaranteed or other similar proposals that free up people's time, basically, from having to slave for money only in their lives, because that's currently for most people what life is just going to work, and then going home again, having some time for themselves, and going to work again. So that is my contribution to this point. Thanks for listening.